back, everyone. I want to remind you of a story we did last month about a former professional soccer player in Australia named Nelly Yoa. Truth is, the man's a hero. He's not playing soccer because he stepped in to stop a massive machete attack, and he ended up being slashed and cut 16 times, ultimately losing his soccer career, but saving, I believe, the lives of others. Well, he wanted to help President Trump. And he tweeted out this tweet, okay, talking about the U.S. Embassy, the consulate in Australia, tweet number 5, guys. It said, and I will quote, "These 4 individuals currently run the U.S. consulate in Australia. They were handpicked by the Biden regime. They all need to be fired immediately. They are anti-Trump. These scums were the same lunatics who were involved in the weaponization of government against President Trump across Australia and Asia." Well, shortly after that, his apartment was raided by the federal police. They take his computers. I say steal his computers. Upended his life was. He came on this program and said this.
Look, I mean, initially I was not at home. I left for work. My family were at home. They knocked on the door around 9:30 a.m. The guns were drawn. The door was sort of pushed in forcefully, and my whole family was afraid, and it was something out of the movie.
So recently, after our story aired, folks in the Trump administration get word of it, thanks to Nelly Yoa pushing our story to people who matter. He gets an apology letter. Let me read that to you. This is number 3 for the guys behind the glass. On behalf of the Australian Federal Police, Commissioner Reece Kershaw would like to sincerely apologize unreservedly to you and your family for the unnecessarily reputational damage caused arising from the execution of the search warrant. It was an error of judgment on our behalf, and we deeply regret the circumstances. Folks, I'm going to tell you, I've been doing this a long time. I've never seen anything like this. Well, Nelly Yoa joins us now. Nelly, welcome to the program. Welcome back, my friend.
Oh, thank you. Good to be with you.
What did this letter mean to you?
Oh, look, the letter is, it's a relief that the Australian Federal Police has considered that the raid was an error of judgment. So it brought a lot of relief to myself and my family. We are very grateful I've got to give credit to you and to everyone at Real Voice America for your assistance, and I can't thank you enough.
Well, it's our pleasure to try to help you. I mean, we're literally just doing our job, but your life upended, and the reason you sent out that tweet because you were concerned with President Trump. Do you know, has there been any movement with the members of that U.S. consulate?
Look, as far as I'm aware, I don't believe there's been any movement. I understand the same consulate are still employed, and I'm hoping that the President Trump and his administration would have these consulate replaced with Trump administration staff, and to ensure that the embassy is run with integrity and is also run with people that have the President Trump agenda to ensure that U.S. is being looked after in America, in Australia.
Nelly, you have a history of stepping in to help others and doing what's right. Why this issue? Why did you see the need to go public with the problems you see inside the U.S. consulate? And it's no surprise, State Department is ripe with anti-Trump liberals across the globe. It's one of the worst of all of the federal agencies. But why did you feel the need to step in?
Look, I personally support President Trump and his agenda, and I passionately believe that bringing in the Trump agenda to Australia's embassy is very important, just to ensure that everyone follow what President Trump agenda is. And that is something I'm very passionate about. And in regards to the Australian Federal Police issuing an apology, this is the effect of President Trump. Everything he touches turns into gold. Look, I believe President Trump deserves a Nobel Peace Prize for this effort. And I believe he has saved free speech and has restored democracy.
Wow. They're big things. We know President Trump is capable of it across the globe. I'm just really quote one more time from this apology letter. We sincerely apologize unreservedly to you and your family for the unnecessarily reputational damage caused. Are you considering suing the federal police? Can you? Is that even allowed in Australia?
Oh, yes, without a doubt. Myself and my legal team are considering suing Australian Federal Police for the damages caused, and for myself and my family being treated as a criminal or as a terrorist organization. I think we're very confident that we will sue Australian Federal Police and we will come out with a great settlement and a good payout. Wow. Now, regardless of how much I'll be receiving, the payout, I'll be donating all that payout to the veterans to ensure they're well looked after, to ensure that they're not facing any homelessness back in Arizona.
I'll tell you what, Nelly Yoa, this is the reason why I'm such an admirer of yours. Keep up the faith, buddy. Keep the strength going. Keep the fight going. And keep us posted on this lawsuit as well, Nelly. Thank you for coming on tonight.
Sure. I'd just like to say a very quick thing. President Trump's leadership and his common sense approach has been fantastic. I mean, look at the borders are a lot safer. His approval rating has skyrocketed. America is now respected around the world. It's incredible, and I'll continue to advocate and amplify President Trump, message of Make America Great Again to ensure.
Nelly, I got to cut you off, and I'm so grateful to you, buddy. We're just running out of time, my friend, but you're welcome back on this program anytime. And everything you're saying about President Trump, guess what? All of us watching know it, and we're grateful for your support of him and coming on the program. All right, folks, here we go. Make America Great Again by making yourself great again. We'll talk about that next.